Listening to what girlfriends mention. He's a hoe, he's a freak. Got a different girl every day of the week. It's cool, not trying to put a rush on you. I had to let you know that I got a crush on you. Yo, shorty, go get it back. I'll be undressed in the bar or see through. Good day, y'all. Good day, good day, good day, good day. No matter where you are and what part of the world you are in, I hope that you are having a good day. Hey, get in there. All right, y'all. The topic that I want to talk about is kind of serious. I'm talking about karmic relationships. Hey, hey. I get in there. I get in there. I get in there. I get in there. Hey, big girl, won't you back it up? Okay, I'm gonna be serious. Let me turn this down a little bit. But seriously, I want to talk about karmic relationships. And the fact that basically, a karmic relationship can be described as some people believe in reincarnation and some people do not. So for those who believe that you do come back, this is for you. If you don't believe it, that's fine. I understand. Not everybody's going to gravitate towards it. So basically, a karmic relationship, knowing that we have all been here before, when we return, we sign what is called a soul contract. And in that soul contract, you determine what your life is going to be like, what you want to do, and how you want to go about satisfying your purpose. Some people leave here without satisfying their purpose, but some people make a conscious effort to work on their purpose the whole time. However, anytime you're trying to do something good, you're going to have distractions. So in the real world, those distractions are called karmic relationships. So this is, again, someone from a past life who has returned in this life. Now, in this life, that person may have been, that person may be your wife, but in a previous life, that person could have been your mother or even a cousin. It could have been a school teacher. It could have been anybody. And unless you have a past life regression, you'll never really know who that person is to you. That person could have been in your life multiple times. I have had my past life regression done, and so there are some key people in my life right now who have been in my life a countless number of times. And again, what they were to you in a previous life could be the same, but it could have been a different relationship. But they come into your life to block you and to project their low self-esteem and their insecurities onto you because they don't want you to satisfy your purpose. They don't want you to prosper. They don't want you to do well, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly. Okay? People have jealousies within them. Sometimes they don't know. They're just acting off of instinct. They're doing what was done to them as a child or an adult growing up. They're just repeating the same negative behavior. And I don't like to use the word negative because I understand what it really means etymologically. But for the sake of this video, I'm using it. People are unhappy with themselves. They're unhappy with the choices that they've made. And they don't want to see you happy. Their attitude is kind of like, who do you think you are? Or you ain't all that. Or you're not better than me. Even though you don't think like that at all. Those are not your thoughts. That's their thoughts being projected onto you. But then you sit and you think about it and you ruminate on it and you're like, oh, am I really like that? And you're really not, but you've allowed them to get into your head and confuse you. It's confusing because you know deep down in your heart of hearts, you're not like that. But then sometimes you do take on those traits and characteristics because they've told you you were that way. That's just like how people back in the day used to always say, if somebody accuses me of cheating, I might as well go ahead and cheat. It's kind of that same mentality. So if somebody accuses you of not being a good person or whatever that looks like, then eventually you're going to say, oh, I guess I'm not such a good person, so I might as well act accordingly. And sometimes that's what's happened. That is what happens. In these karmic relationships, you know, a lot of times people say, oh, well, you only get one this, or you only get one that, or this is supposed to be this way, or it's supposed to be that way, but it's not. And you know that deep down in your heart, you're being hurt by someone. And nobody can excuse that away. Nobody can make you be guilty or feel ashamed for knowing that you're being mistreated and speaking up about it. Don't be afraid to speak up about it. Don't be afraid to take action, not negative action. Again, never repeat someone's tone, temperament, behavior. Just stay away from it if you have to. And sometimes that's not so easy. Why? Because some of these people are our husbands, our wives, our mothers, our fathers, our grandmothers, grandfathers, sisters, you know, siblings, cousins, aunties. And so what's happening is you're going to your auntie about advice. You're like, oh, auntie, I really want to be a nurse. And she's saying, oh, well, girl, I don't think, you know, that might not be such a good idea. Or she's saying, yeah, but I could see you really working for the telephone company or whatever, right? And so you're like, oh, I guess my auntie is right. She's older than me. She has this wisdom and she knows what's best. And so instead of going to nursing school, you go work for a company. And maybe you do make great money at that company, but you're not satisfied on the inside because it was never really what you wanted to do. But what happens is your auntie doesn't want you to be better than her daughter, baby, or her son, honey. And so that's why she told you that BS. Not because she didn't think you could do it. She definitely thought you could do it. She said, you ain't getting ready to be better than mine. You ain't going to have more than mine. That's what she really saying. That's what she really thinking. That's what's really going on. Okay? And the whole time you think she got your best interest at heart. And she say, I love you, baby. Here's some apple pie. Whole time with a big old smile on her face. And she got a fucking knife in your goddamn back. And I apologize because I do my best not to curse. But sometimes you have to say a cuss word for effect. Okay? Don't let them block you. Don't let them stop you. Keep going. I don't care if it takes 20 years. I don't care if you're 50 years old. If you always wanted to be a nurse, go to school and be a nurse. It's not too late. It's never too late. You can always do what you wanted to do, honey, no matter what age you are. Don't let them stop you. Don't let them block you. Keep going. Release that negative energy. If you have to talk to somebody, a life coach, a therapist, because you, at this point, you may not know who you can trust. But get your power back. That enthusiasm, that spark you had as a child, as a young adult, as a teenager, get it back. Get your power back. Get your power back. You can get it back. One of the best ways to get it back, mindful meditation. I don't care if it's a minute. Do it for a minute. If it's 5 minutes, if you have the time to do it for 5 minutes, then do it for 5 minutes. But do it. Calm your mind, calm your body, calm your spirit. Think about some of the thoughts. Write your dreams down. Think about some of the things that have been said to you. Are they really true? Or again, was that somebody projecting their fears, insecurities, jealousy, the fact that they made a choice that, you know, didn't turn out the way that they wanted it to? And again, these people, it could be your mother, your auntie, your cousin, your co-worker, your boss. Karmic relationships come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. It could be your baby. You know how people, say they had a mean baby, or their baby was mean, or, you see all these people with these YouTube videos and the baby slapped the shit out of somebody. That's a karmic. It don't matter. Oh, that's a cute baby. No, it's a karmic baby. That baby was sent here to teach you a lesson. And again, you can either pay attention, because we can learn from everybody. This is one of the things that we don't know and understand. We are here not to judge and criticize our differences, but to learn from our differences. And that's the problem. We're too busy judging and criticizing people for being different instead of learning from those differences. You can learn from an infant if you're paying attention, because that's what that infant is here for, to teach you. People come into our lives for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. But every relationship is a lesson. Are you learning the lesson, or are you just going through life with blinders on? Like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. This is what everybody said it's supposed to be like, so this is what I'm supposed to do. This is how it's supposed to be. Nah, yo. You can still do it. You can still prosper. You can still be who you always wanted to be. I don't care if you're 90 years old. If you wanted to be a model, look at all them elderly models out there. They just as gray and just be smiling just as pretty in the magazines as on the TV. You got Dove commercial, all these different companies. Say affirmations. Feel good about yourself on the inside. Touch yourself on the inside. And not like that. Because that's not what it's about. That fills a void temporarily. But once the smoking, the drinking, the sexing, the manipulation, the vindictiveness, the spitefulness, the pettiness, once it wears off, guess what? You still have to deal with those same emotions. They don't go away. You have to walk through them and deal with them. Not try to go around them and just keep making other people unhappy, or even doing things to make yourself unhappy and to beat yourself up, because that's all you're really doing. And I'm guilty of it too, so don't get me wrong. I'm not attacking anybody, and I'm not beating up on anybody. I'm just saying, being aware of what's really going on is going to make a difference in your life. There are people around you. Somebody sleeping in my bed. Remember Tamia did that song? There's a stranger in my house. It took a while to figure out. And you wouldn't be who you say you are. You gotta be someone else. And I know I just messed those words all up, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. She took her a long time to realize she was sleeping with a stranger. People can pretend for a long time, especially if they're a karmic. People can be manipulative. This is what some people do. Say you're in a relationship, right? And you get into an argument with your spouse. Now, your spouse already got their eye on somebody else. So they hoping for a good argument. So they can say, okay, I'm done, or we need to take a break, or we need to go our separate ways, or whatever the case may be. Because what he or she is going to do is go to that other person that they're interested in, right? If it works out, great. Depending on what their goal is. The goal could just be sex. The goal could be a relationship. Everybody's different. You never know, right? But they're going to go and see if it's a workout, or see if that person will accept them, or whatever the case may be. They're going to go over there, right? If it don't work out, guess what they're going to do? Come right back to you. Oh, well, you said you didn't want me, or you started an argument with me, or you did. They're doing that on purpose. It's not, that didn't happen by mistake. They just went away and then came back and said, oh, baby, I just missed you so much, and I just love you so much. Nah, yo, that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. They went and tried it with somebody else, thinking the grass was going to be better on the other side. Then they try to go back to that other person. And then when that other person rejects them again, then they be butthurt. They be mad. But they know they could come back to you, because what? Guess what? You're going to take them back. They know you're going to take them back. So that's why they do it. And then you'll go back and forth on a roller coaster ride for 15, 20 years. Not ever once realizing this is somebody you should have left a long time ago. This was just a karmic relationship. That person was only supposed to be in your life for a season because they taught you a lesson the first time. Remember Maya Angelou said, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Baby, you didn't believe them the first time. You kept going like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do because I'm supposed to have a man or I'm supposed to have a woman. No. You were supposed to let that season end when if somebody is an ex, they are an ex for a reason. Now there are exceptions. There are some times where the person realized they really did make a mistake and they regret it and they do come back to you. I'm not saying that does not happen. So don't get me mistaken. But what I am saying is a lot of times the people that we have taken back in our lives should have never been back. They should have never been allowed there, honey. Never. But again, you can still do it. You can still take your power back. Now, it may be a little bit challenging if you're sleeping with the enemy. Because you have to figure out how to separate yourself, especially if it just seems like it came out of the blue. Because you're just realizing all of a sudden, there's a stranger in my house. It took a while to figure out. So you got to work through that one, baby. But it's possible. And again, if it's a relationship like a familial relationship, those are a little bit more challenging too. Because again, you got the auntie. Here goes some sweet potato pie, baby. Auntie made this just for you. Well, what she really doing is trying to make you fat. Again, because she comparing you to her babies. Oh, she ain't going to be looking better than mine. Or she ain't going to be doing so-and-so. And you sitting there, oh, I'm eating good. Auntie love me. Auntie just feeding me. Auntie making you fat, baby. So you could be just like everybody else in the family. Because she don't want to see you do well. She don't want to see you skinny. She don't want to see men lusting after you. That's that jealous spirit. Okay? That is the spirit of jealousy. A lot of people have different spirits inside of them. And again, we sometimes think that their intentions are good, but everybody's intentions aren't always good, no matter what relationship you have with that person. You have to learn how to have the spirit of discernment and see these people for who they really are. Because everybody with a smile on their face, that's, they saying, bless your heart. And got the biggest knife they could possibly find in your back. Okay? And if they could have their friends back there with them, baby, they gonna get people on the campaign, the bandwagon, because misery loves company. So they gonna say, oh yeah, you see so-and-so and such and such, she thinks so-and-so and such and such. You don't think none of that. You out here doing your best just to thrive and keep some food in the Frigidaire. And they got stuff on their mind that ain't never been on your mind, honey. Okay? I'm telling you some good stuff. You don't have to believe it. But when you look around, look around. Look around. Look around. Some of these people wish you weren't here anymore. All kinds of stuff. And it don't make no sense because they ain't doing nothing but playing with their own self. They sitting up there spending all that money. Baby, how much money you done spent? How much money you done spent, baby? You need to get your money back. They spend all that money going hard and then wonder why what they trying to do ain't work, and then get mad at you ain't because it didn't work, thinking that you out there trying to do something. No, you're bringing all that on yourself, boo. With that jealous spirit, with that anger, with the resentment, with the animosity, not having the ability to let things go and move forward. They're reflecting that onto you. And it shows up as reflecting, coldness, a lack of protection, different personalities. So, let's say, for example, if you're dating someone and he starts seeing somebody else, he starts acting funny all of a sudden. It's not because you gained weight. It's not because you don't cook as good anymore. It's not because he's not enjoying the sex anymore. No, it's because he has started seeing someone else. And so, he has another option. So, screw you because he got another option. That happens in all relationships. So, they pretend to, have a different personality. All of a sudden something's wrong with them. No, it's because of somebody else or something else. It has nothing to do with you. It never has anything to do with you. When people exhibit bad behavior, it never has anything to do with you. It's never your fault. Stop feeling guilty or ashamed. If somebody verbally attacks you all of a sudden out of the blue after being with you for years, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with that person. So if that person was stupid enough to stay with you and all of a sudden they saying, oh, well, I never liked so-and-so and such anyway. How come they never told you that before? And there may be something that they really don't like, but in that moment, it's manipulation. They're using it to attack you, to bring you down, to belittle you, to lower your self-esteem, so you don't have confidence, so you don't go forward. Because you might have just told that person last week, babe, I think I want to start a business. So here they come with some foolishness. Oh, she ain't about to be out here having no business. She ain't going to be better than me. She ain't going to be out here ambitious and motivated and doing stuff. If anything, I'm going to be the one to do it. She going to be under me. Because, some people have to be in control, honey. And if they can't control the situation, they don't want it. So, again, these different things show up as a lack of support, holding you back, people-pleasing. And then a person will tell you, oh, you're just being sensitive. No, you're not. Don't let them tell you that. Don't let them attack your self-esteem. Don't let them attack your intelligence. Because that's not true. But it does cause anxiety when other people are attacking you and trying to make you feel guilty or harassing you. It doesn't feel good. Definitely, it doesn't feel good. So again, meditate and practice self-love. Love on yourself. And some of this stuff won't even be an issue. I love y'all. I hope that helps. Peace.